Will Trump start a third party? That's what I want to talk about today. Welcome to American Reversion to everyone. I'm Steve Smith, and I hope you're having a good day. It's good to see you. I know I can't see you, but you can see me, and I see you in my mind's eye, and I see you in the comments that you leave. So it's great to have you here and talking about this, and I'll be interested to hear your comments about this too. I was talking this morning, eating my biscuit and drinking my coffee, talking to Kelly, my favorite person in the world to talk to. That's my wife, for those of you who may not know. And Kelly asked me a question, and she is very politically astute. She's astute in other ways too, not just politically, but she's politically astute. She asked me, do you think that Trump is going to start a third party? And I said, Excuse me, I still got a little bit of stuff. I said, that's a good question. Interesting question. To put it simply, no, I don't if he gets the Republican nomination. Now, here's the thing, because, to use the apparatus of what's already put together as the Republican Party, it's beneficial. It's going to be stupid for him to go outside of it at this point when he has a chance of using it to his advantage. If he wins the nomination, and it is going to be a show to watch, isn't it, over the next year and a half while this goes through. It depends on who else jumps into the race, but it's going to be something to watch to see if he does it the same way he did at the previous times, or if he changes up a little bit. Who knows? However, if he doesn't get it, I think there's a good chance that he might start a third party. Now, do I think that that's good or bad? Surprisingly, I think that's good. Now, I know that some of you will disagree, or I assume some of you will disagree. I don't know if you will or not, but I assume that some of you will disagree. By the way, are you enjoying my lanterns back there? Freedom and liberty. I still haven't decided which one is which to name which, but one of them is freedom, and one of them is liberty, and they get along just fine back there. I love keeping those on, and I hope you all enjoy watching them too. They were from Hondo Bob over on the Integrative Preparedness Patreon site, and I may have some news coming up on how to order those if you'd like, once he decides what he wants to do. So anyway, getting back to, if he does not get the Republican nomination, I think that there's a good chance that he might start a third party. Now, why? Well, Trump is a person who is driven to leave his mark on whatever it is he's involved in, right? Whether it's real estate, whether it's golf courses, it doesn't matter what it is, he's going to leave his mark. I mean, he has his name on everything, right? And you can say, yeah, that's ego. Yes, it is ego. Of course it's ego, but it's also branding and it's marketing. And you know how much out there in the world it costs more than it would otherwise if it wasn't branded Trump? Yeah, well, he knew that, and he was a master at that. He does it in this. He wants to leave his mark. Well, he decided some time ago, before he rode the escalator down, that he wanted to leave his mark on our country. Now, I think for the most part, that's a good thing, because most of the things that he did, regardless of the things that he said, most of the things that he did were far superior than what the other side was doing. Okay, I won't go through the whole litany. If I went through all of the positive things that came out of his administration, out of his time there, while he was being fought by everybody in the world, it'd take me a half an hour to get through all of it, and which would be argued by some people by throwing out 2 or 3 things that they didn't like. So, that's kind of a, I don't think most of the people here don't deal in that kind of silliness. That's some expectation of looking for the perfect person. Well, that book right behind me there, the Bible, talks about the only perfect person ever was, and we don't find them in our political life. But what he did, so anyway, he decided to leave his mark on this country, and I think a lot of it had to do with his basic love of this country. A lot of people don't know a lot about Trump. They don't know about his early life. They don't know about how he really feels about things. Many people only know him since The Apprentice. Okay, there's a lot more to the guy than most people think. So he's going to leave his mark. If he doesn't get the Republican nomination, he will see that his chance, his ability to leave a positive mark on this country is pretty much over. Okay. Will he continue to work within the system? I doubt it. I doubt it. I think he will decide to go outside the system. You know, I have been through, like many of you, I've been in situations to where I tried to change things from the inside of an organization. It rarely works because the organization, whether it's a smaller or a local organization, a state organization, a political party, or a country, it's already set up. The apparatus and the machinery is already set up to make it almost impossible to be changed by anybody who doesn't agree with the way things are going, right? Okay, we all know that. And very often, I know it's still, you know, a lot of people say it's best to stay within the system. That's usually when they're trying to keep you from quitting, you know, and going off and competing. You know, just if you don't like it, just stay here and then help us change us. No, they don't mean that. They mean, please stay here and don't go out and compete with us. Okay. I think he might see this as a rare opportunity, and I think that it is. He has got an amazing following. He's got an immense following that he has worked hard to create. And you know, you could say it's just the MAGA, the mega MAGA, the this or that, whatever it is. You know, millions of people agree with him on what's wrong with our country, and agree with many of the ways that he thinks it ought to be fixed. And I think that he could easily step outside, and also with a lot of the people that he was instrumental in getting into office, they owe him something. Okay, they owe him something. And I think he could easily say, we're stepping out of this. This system is broken beyond repair. And we can go back and remember what George Washington warned us about, the dangers of political parties. And when you only have two viable ones, I know every presidential election you're going to see the Democrat, the Republican, and then 19 other people that are running from, you know, for president from, you know, some weird organization after weird organization. But Steve, the Constitutional Party is not a weird organization. Yeah, you know. None of them are viable. They all make noises, but not only are they not viable as far as being able to be successful themselves, they don't have enough backing. They don't have the following to have any effect on the political process that's being driven by the two major parties. Trump could be an outlier on this. I think that he could be, this could be different. When he has millions of people backing him and he says, I'm starting the, you know, we call it what you want, the Liberty Party, the Freedom Party, the MAGA Party, the this or that, the Independent Party, or, you know, he'll come up with something. And he says, I am now establishing that party. He may already be putting this stuff together in the background. We don't know. We're going to be putting up, and for those voters of you out there, we're going to be changing the direction of America. Who wouldn't, for the most part, who wouldn't jump on that bandwagon? Now, there would be some people that say, I don't trust him, I don't like him. Okay. But millions would, you know, 70 million people who are so disgusted with the way things are going in our country. And don't be fooled that there aren't some people on the other side that are disgusted with the way things are going too. They're not really members of the other side, but they vote the other way simply because they're weak, they're brainwashed, they're lemmings, they're put off by mean tweets and things, you know. But he could have an immediately viable third party that, if they don't win immediately, but they will start winning. They will start winning seats in in the U.S. House, occasionally in the Senate, but they'll start winning governorships, they'll start winning state houses and state senates, they'll start winning local races in many places. This could be the death of the Republican Party as we know it today, and probably good riddance. The Republican Party is nothing more than more left than the Democrat Party was during Kennedy. I had somebody, I think it was on the other channel, I think it was on Integrative Preparedness, say, wouldn't you agree that JFK was more conservative than Trump? And I said, well, you know, I didn't leave a long answer. I said, in many ways, yes. You know, go study JFK and his platform, what he really believed. He's almost indistinguishable from Reagan. But Trump, if you look at not just what people say, but what they do, I don't think we've had a more conservative president than Trump as far as what he did in many ways. Yes, I know he did some things that you don't like, okay. But in what he did, what he accomplished, so conservative. Perhaps even more than Reagan. You know, I don't want to start that argument. Let's don't start that argument because it's ridiculous. You know, everybody can throw in whatever they want, and that would be, you know, a circuitous argument ad nauseum. So he could definitely split, and you know what that would do? That would give him power, or would give the new party power over what the Republican Party does that it doesn't have now. When you're trying to correct or to fight or to fix a corrupt system from the inside, you can't do it. It has to be done from the outside. It's not done by not voting, okay? All right? Just a word out there. I don't think we have many left here on this channel that don't understand the importance of voting. You know, if you're in a fight and the other guy's cheating and you got a bad referee, you don't stop fighting. Okay, that's how you lose for sure. You're guaranteed a loss if you don't fight. So at least stay in the fight, do what you can so that, you know, when it's over, you're able to say, I did what I could, and maybe next time I'll do better, and I need to get more people involved in this. I was talking to, well, no, I won't get into that. Doesn't matter. So I think that in that case, not only might he, I think he should. And I think it could be important, and I think it could be probably the most effective political move that we've seen in this country since, boy, I don't know when. I mean, I could pick things out of the air and try to find some places in our history, but you'd have a hard time finding places going clear back to our founding that would have more of an impact on the political landscape and future of our country than would that. You know, that's my opinion, and I'd love to see it happen. We are constrained by this. I call it one bird with 1.5 wings. You get the left wing, and then you get the right one, which is only half a wing, and that's why it keeps flying in circles. So anyway, that's my thought. What do you all think about that? Be interesting to see. I almost hope that, you know, here I will disagree with the great Maharishi. He said that a third party wouldn't be viable. It's stupid to think about. I wonder if he would feel the same way now. I don't know. You know, maybe not. But anyway, that's what I think. What do you all think? Remember, leave your comments. Now, for anybody new coming by who just happens to drop in on this, here's just a little bit how we do things here. It's always fine to leave comments, even if you disagree. But let me kind of explain the scale of how that might go. To come on and say, that's wrong, or Trump's an idiot, or whatever like that. That shows an inability to think and express oneself, and then I just dump that comment. If a person says, in my opinion, or I think that Trump is, or anybody else, not just Trump, or DeSantis, whatever. I think that such and such and such and such. Okay, now you've scaled it down a little bit. You haven't presented it as a fact, so you're thinking a little bit, and you're acknowledging that it's your opinion. That may let you stay. Here is the appropriate comment. I think that so and so, blah blah blah, for these reasons, and then state your case. Okay, state your case for everybody to look at, to read, to consider, to answer you back. Okay, and they will do so in a thoughtful way if you have done it in a thoughtful, respectful manner. Okay, and that's how we do things on this channel, because we have thinkers here. Okay, and the future of our country is a little too important just to be throwing around, emotional opinions without any basis. So you all have a good day. Remember that we prepare. No, I almost said the tag for the other one, didn't I? I started to. Okay. We do prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. That's from integrative preparedness. But here, America needs a reversion. It needs you to be a part of it. It needs me to be a part of it. It needs all of us to be a part of it. And at least it needs us to really think about and talk about, discuss, give each other things to think about, and see what we can do. All right? You all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.